Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Data. So this week we have seen a lot of red in altcoins. As you can see, mostly every altcoin is red, with many being double digits. So the main reason for this decline in altcoins and most of the coins in general, as you probably notice, is Bitcoin's rise. So actually, Bitcoin's risen to over $4,800, almost $4,900 over the past week. I mean, it's been on a nice rally, and it's still showing some pretty relative strength. For those who don't know, the reason for this rise is actually the hard fork that is coming on the 25th, October 25th, and that's to implement Bitcoin Gold. So that's one of the main things that we'll be talking about here, and exactly what that means for Bitcoin in the future and how you should trade what's going on right now. So going into the fork, this article was published just today, about 3 hours ago, and it basically talks about what hard forks are, what Bitcoin Cash was, what Bitcoin Gold is, and how that's going to affect Bitcoin. So it's on Cointelegraph. And it's just saying there's been panic lately over the various forks in Bitcoin, but it says just know there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin in existence. So the hard forks aren't changing the amount of Bitcoin; they're just kind of adding to the different extensions of Bitcoin, like different parts of it, you could say. Like it's like Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Cash are altcoins, so they're not Bitcoin, they're just a separate entity, and just like a different altcoin, so they have nothing to do with Bitcoin per se. So it basically goes between the difference between a fork and a chain split, and then it goes over Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold, and basically what Bitcoin Gold is, what thing that's going to be happening on October 25th is, so it's an upcoming fork that basically right now, for the people that mine Bitcoin, there's probably 3 or 4 big mining pools for Bitcoin that controls most of the market, and that's because they're using expensive ASICs hardware and ASICs computers to mine the Bitcoin, and that hardware actually gets more and more expensive the higher the difficulty of Bitcoin goes, because they have to get better hardware and better GPUs and everything so that they can mine that Bitcoin. So the cost is constantly increasing, and a lot of these small miners, they aren't able to keep up with the cost, so they want to create Bitcoin Gold, which actually changes the consensus rules for its new network by using a different algorithm for mining. So basically this algorithm keeps ASICs from working, which results in miners using easier to obtain GPUs. So it's saying this change is expected to decrease miner centralization on the Bitcoin Gold network. So basically it's just a way for some of the little guys to get a piece of the pie, so to speak, and have their own entity of Bitcoin where they can actually mine it and use their cheaper GPUs versus trying to mine actual Bitcoin, whereas they can't compete with the main miners in China, etc. So it's, this isn't going to affect Bitcoin. And it's saying, Bitcoin Gold will be an altcoin with its own network and rules. So it's just a separate entity. There's a lot of fight between it, and a lot of people, really don't like hard forks because, again, it's just creating more confusion. What's the symbol going to be? Bitcoin Gold, if it's going to be BCG or something close to Bitcoin, people get confused. So there's all kinds of reasons why people don't like hard forks, especially with Bitcoin. But the main reason that this is a factor leading up to this date is because what people are doing is they're selling all of their altcoins and they're actually getting into Bitcoin, because on October 25th, if you hold Bitcoin, then you're actually going to get that same amount of Bitcoin Gold. So that's why people are buying Bitcoin right now, because they want to be able to get Bitcoin Gold, and they want to be able to, once they get Bitcoin Gold, then they can sell that and buy even more Bitcoin. The exact same thing happened with Bitcoin Cash. So when Bitcoin Cash came out, I believe it's about 10% of the value of Bitcoin, and anyone that was holding Bitcoin got the equivalent amount of Bitcoin Cash, as long as that exchange supported that that transition. So, for example, I want to say, I don't think Kraken supported it. I want to say there were a few that supported it. There was a list, and basically, if you had Bitcoin on that exchange, or you had Bitcoin in a wallet and then used your private key and put it on that exchange, that they would give you the equivalent amount of Bitcoin Cash. So that's definitely something to research before you store your Bitcoin on exchange or in a wallet. Look at what exchanges are going to support Bitcoin Gold, because if you hold Bitcoin currently and you're holding it through the 25th, you want to make sure that your exchange will support Bitcoin Gold, so that you're going to get an equal amount of that with the amount of Bitcoin that you have. So that's one thing to consider. So basically right now people are just, buying more Bitcoin and holding it until October 25th so that they'll get the same amount of Bitcoin Gold. And then after that, that's when more money should start pouring into altcoins. Now, Bitcoin has had a strong rise up, and we're still over 2 weeks away from October 25th. So depending how much higher we go, if we go to 5,000, 5,200, I do expect a pullback in Bitcoin. I don't expect this rally to keep going all the way to the 25th. So I will expect some rebound in these alts. I mean, if you look, this is actually XRP. This is one that I'm actually going to go over in a minute. But there are a few altcoins that have started rebounding already. But that's not to say that we've reached a bottom. It's just keep an eye on it, because no one knows where the bottom is, but it's always good to be cautious whenever something keeps rising like this. So look for an eventual drop, and then you'll start seeing more altcoins rise again. And especially after the 25th and the hard fork goes through and everything, that's when we'll really start seeing all these altcoins rebound. But right now the trading's a little weird right now. There's not really any consistency in the market. It's just kind of a few altcoins and Bitcoin's rising. So a lot of people are just switching over to Bitcoin and making it, since it's so easy with the Bitcoin trading pairs. So with that, going over to Ripple. So while many of the altcoins were declining during this Bitcoin rise, you can see here Ripple was consistently increasing and holding its gains. Just recently it's had a pullback, and that's because it was overbought. There was a lot of hype over it, and it's had a little healthy pullback here, and it's consolidating over 24 to 25 cents. So what Ripple is, for those who don't know, it's a cryptocurrency that's used for banking transactions. They want to become centralized and work with the banks to make financial transactions easier. And a big thing that they have coming up is their Swell conference. So they have a Swell conference coming up on, I believe it's October 16th through the 18th. They're going to have Ben Bernanke there, who was the previous chairman of the Federal Reserve, and then they're also going to have Tim Berners-Lee, which was the inventor of the World Wide Web, or the internet. So those two speakers are going to be there, which is definitely huge, and is also going to have a lot of other speakers there as well. And then I believe they also have a website that they're creating, or an exchange that they're going to have as well. That's October 15th. So you can see here this article on Ripple. It says Ripple rebound, XRP price jumps to 7-week high. And you can see this is a monthly graph, and you can see it's forming this rounding bottom formation, which signals a trend change. So now we're on a rising channel, and we're looking for its previous high of 40 cents here. And basically that's what this author is talking about here. While there are some overbought signals here, it's saying it'll have healthy pullback to the 25 to 24 cent range, which it's had right now. So I believe it's a good buy here. especially coming up to that conference date. And so there's definitely some potential here, and I believe this is a great coin to hold. Again, I'll make a video of this specifically on Ripple. I think this is going to be the next big coin with some great returns, especially in this market where everything is red, and most altcoins are just losing 10-20% a day. So definitely Ripple, some coin to keep an eye on, especially with the conference coming up in a week. So expect to see some more coverage of this and a further rise and rally as we move closer to that conference. So with that, there's a couple other things I wanted to say. I actually have a friend. He's a DJ in Vancouver, Canada, and he focuses on a lot of trance music, electro, a lot of bounce music, basically a lot of club music. So if you're into that, go ahead and give him a visit. He's soundcloud.com/nineblade. So if you would, give him a follow, listen to his music. This is his latest track. It has over 18,000 plays. This one is his most popular one. So, give these a listen, see if you like it. I really appreciate it. Give him a follow, and he's really trying to make it big. So, I thought I'd help him out. And, if you could, just check him out and, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And also, if you could, check out some of my videos. If you're new to the channel and you're just watching, right now I have over 18 videos, and I try to provide a lot of good information. I try to look at specific coins to invest in. Some of these you have to. It's close to conferences, so if the conference is already over, you may see the coin falling again. But I try to stay up to date with the latest news and try to provide coins that I think are good, mostly short-term plays, some of them longer than others. So it's a lot of good information I provide, and I'd appreciate it. You check the videos out, give them a like, and just let me know what you think. And the most recent video I did was a Bitcoin giveaway. And if you don't know, if you go to this video and just leave a like, comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and share the video, I'm actually giving away $50 worth of Bitcoin to 2 lucky subscribers. So, and that's whenever I get to 500 subscribers. So I believe right now I'm about 375. So once I get to 500, then I'll go ahead in this video and I'll look at everyone who's commented, and as well leave your Bitcoin address as well. And I'll make sure to randomly use a random comment generator, and I'll pick 2 people who's commented on it, and those people will receive $50 worth of Bitcoin. So it's just my way of giving back to the community, and thanking every one of you for watching my videos, and subscribing, and giving me constructive criticism, and just supporting me overall. So so if you could just check that video out, I'd really appreciate it. But with that, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and till next time, see ya.